Come with us to one of Tasmania's most breathtaking destinations, Cradle Mountain.
Hi, this is Vicky
And Ruben from Family Life Explorers.
We decided to visit Cradle Mountain with our twin boys of 8. We went there for 2 days, 3 nights in total, and we will show you 2 amazing hikes we did and share tips on getting around, so let's dive in. Cradle Mountain is part of the stunning Cradle Mountain Lake St. Clair National Park. The weather of Cradle Mountain can be highly variable. Cradle Valley sees a maximum average temperature of 16 degrees in the peak summer months, and in winter, a minimum average temperature of just 5 degrees. We were there in January, which was peak summer, but trust us, in the night we were freezing in our tents, so be prepared to pack accordingly. Everybody who wants to visit Cradle Mountain needs a national park pass. You can buy this pass online and you can choose your duration. So we are sharing a link below for you to buy the pass. A family pass starts at $69, depending on the validity and duration. We decided to stay at the campsite called Discovery Porch, which was absolutely fantastic. It's super close to the visitor center and it is a relaxing park. So we did not have any reservation in advance, we just showed up, and we were actually lucky that there was still an unpowered site available. But if you're planning to visit in peak seasons or school holidays, make sure to book your campsite in advance, and we can highly recommend Discovery Parks here. So to protect the fragile environment, there is a shuttle bus system in place. This shuttle bus service used to be free, but since November 2023, they are asking a fee for this bus. During operating hours, which are usually between 8 a.m. and 6 p.m., depending on the season, private vehicles are not allowed to drive past the visitor center. There is a boom gate in place which will close and you can just not drive any further. But you can access the park with your own vehicle outside these shuttle bus operating hours. So we decided to take our own car inside the park and drove past the boom gate at 7 a.m. in the morning. If you go by bus, you will have to purchase a shuttle bus ticket on top of your park pass fees. And since November 2023, the shuttle bus is $15 per adult, the kids are free, and it's valid for 3 days. So we went very early in the morning, and indeed the boom gate opened automatically with no problems. But please keep in mind that parking is limited, especially at the Dove Lake itself. There are only a dozen park spaces available. We were there 2 days, 3 nights, and we were checking out all the hikes you can do at Cradle Mountain, and there are many options there. The day hikes vary from hikes which are less than 1 hour to hikes over 5 hours. And besides these day hikes, you can choose from multiple day hikes, so there is a variety of options available. Since we were there with kids, we decided to do 2 hikes, 1 each day. We chose the Dove Lake Circuit and Marion's Lookout. First up, day 1, the famous Dove Lake Circuit. This one is the most scenic and family-friendly hike in the park. It's a 6-kilometer loop, well-maintained, and takes about 2 to 3 hours at a relaxing pace. The trail is mostly flat with some gentle inclines, and you get incredible views of the Cradle Mountain reflecting in the lake if the weather plays along. There is also a cool spot called Glacier Rock, which is a great place to take photos. So we loved this hike, it was easy and a lot of fun for the kids, plus we spotted some wallabies on the way. On day 2, we visited Marion's Lookout. Now, if you're up for a more challenge, Marion's Lookout is a must.
Today we're gonna go to the Marions lookout. We will start at Dove Lake, at this point where we are now, and then walk through Lake Lilla, go along the Wombat pool, and then go up, because we want to see the Crater Lake as well. And then we go left to the Marions lookout, 1200 meters, very nice, but we can see the Dove Lake. And this circuit we actually did yesterday, beautiful track as well. Of 2.5 hours. But when we are at Marion's pool, we're gonna go all the way down to the boat shed again and back to the Dove Lake. Should be around 3 hours. And then we see Ender Lake, Crater Lake, and we see the Dove Lake and Lake Lilla. Gonna be cool.
This hike is about 3-kilometer return, but very steep, especially near the top, where you even have to use chains to pull yourself up.
As you can see, we already did quite some stairs, quite some uphill. This is still Lake Lilla with the Dove Lake in the back. We're gonna go all the way up there to the Marions Lookout. So, a few more stairs to go.
It's short but intense with an elevation gate of around 300 meters. We walked only for 5 minutes and it's already such a rewarding view here. This is Lake Lila. And we can see that the landscape kind of changed. Yesterday we walked around the Dove Lake and it was pretty different than this landscape. It kind of looks like that we're going to walk into a forest area. Exciting, and the sun is shining. It's a great day for a hike.
Reached another summit, still with the Dove Lake in the back. It's beautiful, quite intense, but it's a beautiful hike already.
And while we find this hike pretty intense, the boys are just running up the hill, every hill. It's kind of funny. The effort is totally worth it because once you reach the top, the views over Dove Lake and Cradle Mountain are absolutely stunning.
So we managed to do another pretty nice climb to the top. Behind me you still see Lake Lila, but now in front of us. I'll change the camera for you so you can see it as well. But walking around the Cradle Lake would take us about 6 hours, so that may be a little bit too much for today. So we're gonna go further, I think another 30 minutes or so, to the Marions lookout, and then we will be on top, the highest point in this mountain range. Awesome.
Just made it to the Crater Lake, so let us show you this one.
We wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done.
I think this is the last bit, going all the way up. Pretty massive stairs. But, I hope it's worth it. There's family. Go strong.
But things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright.
I think this is a grade 5 hike and
We don't need no more. Even in the hard times.
looks like we're almost there, so just a couple of more steps. Yeah.
Before I sleep, hear the crickets, see the moon.
Wow, this is going to be such a rewarding view. Check it out.
No limit to what we can do. Oh, we know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life.
It's so quiet, so beautiful, so peaceful.
Finally right. With you and I, the future is bright.
It is now 11:15 and we're back at the starting point, so the finish line. We made it in just over 3 hours. Stunning and beautiful. That's the mountain. No, that's the mountain behind it.
And we had a very long break at the top actually, so it was so beautiful that we were able to enjoy all the views. It was super steep, but we made it at the end and the kids loved it. For them it was very easy actually to do this hike, so highly recommended for kids as well. Now at Cradle Mountains there are many hikes you can do. If you're looking for more adventure, Cradle Mountain is home to some incredible multi-day hikes. The most famous one is the Overland Trek. It's an epic 65-kilometer trek that takes about 6 days, leading all the way to Lake St. Clair. If you want to do this hike, you have to plan and apply in advance. There are only 34 independent hikers allowed to start each day, so you can find all the information about these hikes and how to apply via the link below this video. And last but not least, let's mention that there is a hike for everyone and every level. So check out all the top-rated hikes in the description below. Last thing we noticed when we took our own vehicle into the park If you want to exit the park, you must wait until the shuttle bus leaves and drive right behind it.
Off we go.
So the buses and tour operators communicate with each other, and some of the roads are very narrow, so better to follow one of the shuttle buses to make sure there is no traffic jam at the end in the park. Cradle Mountain is a must when you're in Tasmania, and there is truly something to do for everyone and every level, from easy walks to challenging climbs. Whether you take the shuttle or drive in early, make sure you plan ahead to make the most out of your visit. Let us know what you think in the comments. Would you try the Marions Lookout climb or stick to the scenic Dove Lake circuit? If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and we hope to see you in the next one. Bye bye.